Welcome, welcome. I am Insurgent Rat, and this is Aurora 4X. Now, it's been a little while. What were we doing? It looks like we are geosurveying, and we just found the 6th jump point over here, so I don't think we'll find any more, but we'll finish up the rest of this. We finished jump theory, and to make jump drives, I need to research a few of these things. And I had a bit of a read of the wiki page for jump drives, and if we have a look, it seems like squadron jumping is important. There's this thing called jump shock, and the fact that it talks about it being terrible if it's like 2 minutes to 3 minutes kind of blows my mind, because so far we've been simulating like 30-day chunks at a time. So what the hell is this game? And you know, I don't really understand. I don't have any kind of grasp for how quickly combat actually happens. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I think we want to be able to, whatever our little exploration fleet is, I think we want to make sure that it can squadron jump. So I suppose we'll design the jump ship first, and then we'll see what happens. Do I have enough stuff? Can I do like a Sea Whiz or something? Aha! I can design a Sea Whiz. Yeah, I think we should probably have these just in case. It's a bad one. Am I researching any more Gauss tech? I am not. All right, we're gonna design this Sea Whiz. Whoops! I'll get it right. Here we go. Who's making this? Porter Design Bureau. Bit dry. Sutton Nash International. Nash and Welsh. Yeah, I kind of like it. Seawiz 80. Where's that 80 coming from? Where is that 80 coming from? I have no idea. Like, so far, these sort of auto-generated numbers have always meant something about this. Oh, hundreds of kilometers per second. That makes sense. So it's 80, that's how fast it can track. So I guess it can't kill a missile going faster than that. That'd be my guess. I think these are like a last ditch sort of fire thing, 2 shots every 5 seconds, yeah. Look, we'll make one, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I need to design jump drives. I don't really know what I'm doing at all, but I always thought that you should not let a lack of understanding stop you from doing anything when there are no consequences. Except, of course, to our poor little space rats, but they are in a simulated universe, and so they have no moral weight. The Odyssey solved right there. Checking the messages. Yeah, okay, so we just got the ability to make a Sea Whiz, so we should probably add that to the research queue. And I guess once that's done, we'll design the jump ship, because I don't think... So there seems to be like a gajillion ways that you can do this, but, or 3, there are 3. It's not really a gajillion. It's sort of close, approximately, alright? Anyway, you can have like a jump ship, which, you know, hops with your little military whatevers. You can have a jump tender, which sits on the other side of the wormhole and helps stuff go through. That seems to be more for like civilian ships, really, or just kind of routine ships. And then you can also have jump gates. So you can build jump gates, and then everyone can just happily transit the wormhole, but you have to build them on both sides. So jump gates aren't our option for initial exploration, because A, it's going to take ages to do that, and I don't know if we're going to be particularly interested in the system we find. You know, what if it's just like a sun and some asteroids? Well, yeah. And secondly, there's no way home, right? So if we jump into a thing and we're like, oh no, we're totally overmatched, we can't leave. So we could, I think, do a jump tender, which might not be the worst idea. Or we can do a... God damn. Yeah, a ship that jumps with the military who's it what's it. Now, a jump tender, to quote a wiki, is a ship capable of allowing other ships to transit out of the system through unstable jump points. So, I don't know why you would have a ship that comes with the military fleet. Like, Because that's our way home. So if it jumps through and then dies, I mean, we're all just going to be stuck. So maybe it should be in a separate kind of task group. And okay, what the squadrons, do we have to be like in the same task group to do a squadron jump? Same fleet. Well, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, we'll and we'll need a censorship. So like, active sonar IRL, that makes you super visible. So our censorship is probably just gonna be a ball of armor and point defense. Because it's going to probably be the first thing that's shot at, and we need it to hang around so other things shoot. We'll probably have, I don't know, we'll make it up as we go along. We're definitely going to need more naval shipyards. We finished missile research, so okay, what are we even doing? The Mun is mining, Space Earth is finishing up some mines, then it's going to make a commercial shipyard, and then a mass driver, and then some ordnance factories to start making missiles. Cool. Then we'll probably need a naval shipyard because we're going to need a couple of them. And we might actually get that done before the commercial shipyard because we're going to need to expand it and add more slipways. And in fact, since you are already adding a slipway. Woo, past me is awesome. Yeah, cool. All right, let's run. Let's roll with this. What is even happening? The Whisker is sad. Surf Bravo is refueling. That's cool. Wait, wow, you were pretty far out, man. Here. Low fuel, Whisker has 20%. Where are you? You know what, let's just hide some of these, this crowd. I mean, it's fun to watch, but because they're just basically going between the Earth and the Mun, we can't really see shit. Pardon my language. Or don't. I don't know. You can morally judge me all you like. Okay. How do we turn this off? Display 2 maybe? I feel like there should be something that's like, please do not show the... Oh, wow, that's a really handy screen. If I like click, does it... Oh, okay, it goes to the task group, but then there's this, there totally was a checkbox I saw somewhere that was like, aha, that one. Yeah, if we click that, then we go to them. Neat. This makes me happy. We will just untick that though. Display, come on, it's gotta be here. Next order, Really? Like, really? Contacts? Civilian transponder status? No. Aha! There we go. Hide civilian ship names. Or we can just do no civilians. Sure, all contacts, but we'll hide civilian ships. There we go. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. And zoom. Go back in on the sun. So we get a nice centered view. And I think we're all good. Okay, where is... Well, no more complaints about the Whisker, so I think it's probably fine. Keeps pausing. Why do we keep pausing? You launched a freighter. Jump drive efficiency, and we are going to increase squadron size. We finished mines, which is good. Do we want to leave them on Space Earth? Or do we want to move them to the Mun? Space Earth mines everything we care about better? Yeah, so we probably just want to leave them on them. Space Earth. In fact, why did I even move them? Probably because I was just excited. You know, it's an exciting game. I'm a bad space rat governor, advisor, whatever I am. I just got excited. I was like, hey, we can do this thing. We should do this thing. People were like, but there's rats starving on the streets that we should feed. And I was like, nope, we're mining the moon. Conditional order refueling. We have done, okay, now we're doing squadron radius. Oh, so this is really interesting, actually. It's a kind of neat little mechanic. So squadron radius appears to be like the number of kilometers that you can kind of boot, like groundhog out of the jump point. I was gesturing, you can't see that, to like away from. So if somebody's camping, you can kind of, you know, teleport behind them. But yeah, it's neat. It's a neat idea, I guess. So that might get you past a minefield or something, which we will almost certainly be laying. After all, there is no kind of central authority aside from us to tell us that we can't mine space. So we're going to mine space, and I'll talk about how that works, or at least how I think that works when we get there. But we need better sensors and better everything. We just need everything. Oh, I do hope we researched missile tubes. Let's have a look. Because we know the size of our missile launchers. No, we don't. Missile engines we do have because we're designing the missiles. And magazine? No, okay. Do I have them queued up? Anti-ship missile, so this is researching that. We should have some more research. Doesn't appear to be here. And it'll definitely be there, so let's design some stuff. Some tubes. Missiles are fired with tubes. Missile launcher. Yeah, this is cool. So size 1, ship-based. Yeah, cool. Who made our missiles? After all, if you design a missile, you presumably also design a way to make it. Then again, I have no idea how military contracts are actually handled in the real world. Keeping my nose as far away from people with silly hats and guns as I can. We don't have anybody who... yeah. Yeah, I just think they've just got generic names. And since we don't have any magazines, let's invent a company that does this. So, ooh, that's a cool name. Sinclair Armaments Company. There you go. Okay, you made the size 1 missile launcher, and we're going to need a size 6 missile launcher, and we're going to need some magazines. Not the kind that you read, the kind that kill you. Magazines. Okay, so we have basically no tech. Right, we can give magazines, so magazines go boom if you shoot them, or they have a chance to, I think. So if the magazine dies, it has a 70% chance to to eject any remaining missiles. If that roll isn't successful, remaining missiles explode inside the ship and very sad things happen. What determines... Okay, and then there's also... Right, yeah, so this thing, with a certain amount of armor, you give up a certain proportion of the capacity to instead give your magazine like a lining of armor. So if it gets shot, it doesn't just die as easily. Like right now, this is 1 hit to kill. So if it takes 1 damage, there's a 100% chance that it has a 70% chance to not kill the ship, basically. Although I suppose if you have smaller magazines with lower capacity, the booms are smaller? I don't really know. Anyway, from memory, our missiles kind of sucked. Let's have a look. Size 1. Yeah, so you have like a 1 in 5 chance, so... And you have a rubbish range. So let's say we want to be able to launch oh no, yeah, launch is tubes, which we can't really do anything about. So how many of these things do we want to carry? I assume that size is just like, yeah, direct translation to hull size. So, ooh, It's a bit difficult when you walk away from a game this complex because you've got all these numbers that you're trying to balance against each other. Oh, we don't have military engines, do we? No, we don't. Do we have... Or are these them? Nuclear pulse. So nuclear pulse is better. Yeah, so North Dynamics, that's got to be us. Are these what like the civvies are using? Maybe. So this is size 10, which is 50 tons to a hull size, maybe. Yeah. So that's 500 tons. And presumably we were going to whack like 2 of them on each ship. So that's like 1,000 tons in engines. For ships, we probably want to only really hit like 2,000, 2,500 tons maybe for the like shooty boats. We could design separate magazines for our like anti-ship missiles and not, but that seems like a lot of research and irritatingness. There's also this cool thing that you can do, which I may have already mentioned. Holy crap, this game is crazy. It's absolutely insane. Who the hell made this? Like, well, it was some guy called Simon or something, right? Anyway, he's insane, obviously. You can make armaments, like ship components, which is pretty cool. So if you have enough of standard components, you can use the production on planets to hasten the production on shipyards. Because the shipyard will just kind of like, sort of makes each component. It goes like, I'm making this component, then this component, then this component, and then, you know, ships out the ship. Kind of like Distant Worlds universe, I guess. And it just has some standard construction rate, which I might say here somewhere. Yeah, so it builds 400 per, I don't know, year, day, who knows. Whereas the planet builds really, really, really fast. Although I'm not sure who builds ship components, whether it's ordnance factories or generalized construction. Nobody knows. It's a mystery. We'll find it out later. So clearly there's this huge bonus to having standard components, because then you can just kind of mint them, fill up your stockpiles, and really, really quickly churn out whatever specific configuration of those components, aka a ship, you need to solve the current problem. So, if we've got size 6 missiles, we want it to be some multiple of 60, I guess. Or do we? That'll make our... I don't suppose there's any real advantage to having multiple, how long will our ships even fight for? Like, a day? Probably not. So how many missiles could they possibly launch? That's a great idea. Let's work that out. Oh. This is crazy. Okay, so you could launch one every 30 seconds, and you could launch one every, what's that, 5 minutes? Looks like 5 minutes. No, 6 minutes. Okay, so if we assume you fight for like an hour, you need to be able to carry like 10 missiles in your magazine. I don't... what the hell? Hang on. If you fire every 5 minutes, there are... I can do this. 12. Yeah, so it was like 10. What was I? Never mind. Just seriously, don't do maths when you're recording. I'm not this dumb. Yeah, so you only need to carry like 12 missiles, and that would be like fighting for an hour. Is that... Yeah, that seems fine to me. I think you can do something fiddly with like dedicated armaments carrying ships, but well, you know, we'll get there. And you fire every 30 seconds, so fighting for an hour would be... Well, hang on, what's the scale actually? So that's 360 versus 30, which is 12. Okay, so going up in size halves the rate of fire. Is that correct? Hey, it is. Like, relative, like doubling size halves the rate of fire, rather. Okay. So then you want to carry like, okay, well, 72, and then that times, yeah. So capacity 72 magazine sounds good to me. I don't really know. Because that's like an hour of standard missiles, or an hour divided by the number of launches. We'll probably have more, so 20 minutes of fighting or something. But is there any point in staying beyond that? I don't know. Somebody who actually understands how to play this game is probably laughing to themselves really hard, being like, "Oh, you have no idea, Insurgent Rat. You're going to get completely destroyed." Oh, that's fine. Sorry for the unflattering nerd voice, but we all know that's pretty accurate. Okay, so 72, and we want to give you some decent hits to kill. So we'll say, I don't know, 5. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what weapons I'm coming up against. 70. It's a little disappointing. 4 hits to kill. Sure. Is this a terrible mistake? Possibly. How big's that? 300 tons. Okay, it's nice and small. And yeah, Sinclair Armaments. Congratulations. Here is a thing. So, did we already design the tubes? So then we got magazine, tubes. Yeah, we did. Cool. Okay, so we don't have a missile and connect person, which is why Lizzie is doing it all. Because I think she's pretty good, and she's also, power and propulsion is, I think, where we want the high research bonus. Like, if she levels up doing this more than genetics and whatever. Biologist, useless. Q. Okay. And Q. And Q. This is hilarious, isn't it? I'm gonna load up these ships with a bunch of missiles. I'm just gonna get like shot once and explode. Well, we'll see. Yeah, that's all queued up. Okay. Onwards. Yeah, research for the anti-ship missiles. Okay, so now we can design a jump drive, right? Oh boy. I think in the future it'll be less of a pain to get a fleet going, because like while we'll have a bunch of sort of obsolete, air quotes, technologies, it'll like, sorry, I think my neighbors have this car in their backyard and I think there's plants growing out of it. We won't actually be like upgrading everything for every new fleet, so it'll be kind of fine to we won't have to design literally everything. We'll be like, okay, cool, we can make nice missiles, or mint a new fleet with nice missiles, or retrofit existing fleets for nice missiles or something. Or we can make a better jump drive so our fleets can be bigger. So squadron size 3. Interesting. Okay, so saying it's commercial. Cuts this down a bit, and presumably we can't jump military ships. What else happens? The jump engine gets bigger, and the jump radius gets smaller, and the max ship size gets a lot bigger. Okay. Alright, a military jump drive, and now there's something important about size. So jump drive efficiency, which we don't have any upgrades for. And so the max size of ships in hull spaces is efficiency times size. Right. Okay, which is what it says here. So I don't really know how big our ships are going to be. That I don't know, 3,500? Does that? I don't know. Sure. We'll try it. We don't want this to be too big or our ship has to be huge, and a squadron size of 3. So is that inclusive of the jump ship or exclusive? Max squadron size is the number of ships the jump drive can bring along with it. That doesn't really answer my question. Does the jump drive bring the ship that it's on along with it? Well, we'll find out. This could be hilarious. Yeah, so we can't make that bigger. Can't change this. 3,600 tons. Sure. Name. Scott Engines Limited. Sounds good. Cool. Let's go add you to the queue. And we might bump you up so we can start designing this ship. Which presumably we've made some sensors. We haven't made sensors. Oh my god. Unless we just didn't queue them up. Because they would be in sensors and fire control. Nope, we haven't made them. Oh my god. Well, there is still time in this episode to make some... Hey. Alright, I'm just gonna open my missile designs. So I look at their ranges. I think I took... Why is it such a weird size? I think it was because like that was actually optimal for the hit percentages. Alright, I've just got that open on a separate screen. We're going to look at their ranges. So we need active sensors and fire control, right? I'm just going to check that we have not made these. So, sensors. That is correct. There is no category. We have not made them. All right. Farm comb. Cool name. Bye. So. Wait. Boy? Missile / boy design? This gives me ideas. Can I do like the Star Trek thing and like fire a sensor probe through a jump point? That would... I'll read about this. Or somebody can answer. They can tell me that no you can't, or yes you can. Okay, size 1, anti-ship missile. So we need... we don't have much choice. So we're looking for missiles, so a size 6 missile or smaller, we are limited to... Wow, that's really bad. So we need to make this obviously a lot bigger. This is a search sensor. So the missiles have a range of 26 million kilometers. Unfortunately, the furthest we could go is 2 million. What's like the fall off? So halving the size, well actually, so it's a direct multiplier. Whatever, since the ship will be huge, it's gonna be, yeah, because it'll be like 7,000 tons or something, since that's what we've got the capacity to make. So 5,000 tons in sensors. Yeah. Cool. This is, yeah, we're just gonna get destroyed. Like, how many missiles will we fire if they're, you know, what, 3 million range? And we fire, our missiles go, we'll say their missiles go like, I don't know, 10k kilometers per second. So, 10 divided by... We've got what? 5 minutes to launch missiles at them. We can fire in 5 minutes 10. So we could, on average, destroy a salvo of 5 missiles. Nope, sorry, 10% chance to hit 1 missile. Yeah, our anti-missile ship's gonna need a lot of launch tubes. That's okay. Or it's not. But there's not much I can do about it now. Gotta push onwards. Yeah, cool. So there we go. And Henderson Incorporated, Rice Limited. Yeah, no, Hooper Technology. That's cool. You're gonna make our early sensors. Active search sensors. So this is maximum range, which is this, and the resolution. Okay, but this is kind of a lie because we're actually looking for this. All right. Ooh, that's an expensive project. Create. Now we need a fire control that goes along with that. So we're looking for something, fire control with this range, 3 million. Okay, that appeared to be, I want to say 3 times the range. 2.7. What's that? 8 divided by 2.7. Yeah, 3 times the range. So that means it can be 1/3 the size, which, maybe what? Right here? Go a little bit bigger. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Okay, this is also pretty expensive. So this is a missile fire control for the size 1 missiles, which is the anti-ship missiles. Yes. So the active sensor locks the missile, and well, we see it. Then the fire control locks the missile. Then the missiles from the ship that have the fire control use that fire control to shoot and track the missile that we're shooting at, I think. Because yeah, you can put sensors on missiles and then they can detect stuff and I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Okay, and now a sensor for, let's say, I guess our enemy ships are going to be smaller than us. So we'll say about 2,000 tons. If we jack this up to 560, looking at our things, so they have a range of hilarious, an absolutely hilarious 380 million kilometers. So maybe we could set the resolution a little smaller, or we could drop the size. But it would be safer to set the resolution smaller. So if we drop it 1, yeah, somewhere like here, so we can actually detect. Sure, that looks good to me. So we can detect pretty small ships actually at a pretty reasonable distance, and it's huge, obviously. But then our sensor ship is going to be just a huge ball of armor. Maybe it'll also be really slow. Is that a problem? I don't know. I don't know how ships behave in squadrons with each other, but I suppose we can always like jump through and then drop the sensor ship from the task group while the others like close in or whatever. I don't know. Oh no. Speed does matter because speed is like your chance to dodge missiles. So instead we could leave the resolution the same and we can make it smaller, but you know, what was it? If we set it to, I don't know, like 2,000 tons, I think. How much smaller can we really go? Probably not all that much. Sure. Look, you know what? Let's just take a gamble and hope that ships aren't going to be much smaller than that. I don't know, like at this point in the game, but then I don't know what like the kind of non-player race NPCs are. Or what kind of technology they use. And anyway, sure. Hooper technology. Ah, you're a fire control. We should be designing a search sensor. This is probably going to be, yeah. All of that blathering for nothing, actually. Because this sucks. But, I mean, this is even more abysmal. So, well, you know, not much we can do about it. I mean, we can say, oh, we'll jack up the resolution, but I think this is maybe a bit delusional. I don't really know. I assume in general you want to design small ships because they're a pain in the ass to detect, right? So, yep, cool. You're an active search sensor, and now we need a fire control with 160 million kilometers with the same resolution, which means we can go to size 617, I think. Yeah. Great. Okay. Oh. We have a sensors and fire control lady, Archie Bennett. So we are going to queue. I mean, can we queue with like? I don't know. Let's see how this works. Hooper technology. Queue. Ah, no, that queued with Lizzie. Okay. So we'll wait for this to finish, and then we'll give some stuff to Archie Bennett. Which should happen pretty fast, actually. Alright. Okay. So, that brings us to around episode time, and I think we now have everything we need to start making a really disappointing fleet. Except, of course, the stuff actually researched, the ship's designed, and the shipyard to make it from. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode, where we will hopefully get in position to actually launch a fleet. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.